That was our President Goodluck Jonathan and General Muhammadu Buhari embracing and laughing over issues despite the tension out there. Quickly, what does that say to you?
Yes, it makes no sense to kill ourselves over these leaders. Because look, no matter what their disagreements are, there are usually avenues, for them to meet. And when they meet, they don't show the kind of enmity that our people show towards one another. People should be free to support any party of their choice. It shouldn't degenerate to name calling.
You had them even say, how is your campaign?
Yes, and you saw the president addressing him, sir, showing so much humility as the president of the country, addressing him, sir, showing so much respect to him. And Buhari was happy, was laughing. If you know Buhari very well, if you've met him one-on-one, he has a very good sense of humor, you see. And that is what surprises me when people, describe him as harsh, as this and that. This is someone that, there is no dull moment when you are with him, because he has that sense of humor. He said something that made President Jonathan laugh. It was at that point that he burst into laughter and then they hugged. You see, this will not be, this won't happen during the signing of the peace accord. But I know that they will still meet at several other events. And I can tell you that they are going to receive each other warmly. So Nigerians should stop this idea of killing themselves over this candidate. They are destroying posters. I was reading yesterday that in Ogun State, that supporters of GNI, can now sleep under his billboards to stop those who vandalize the billboards from doing so. They sleep overnight under billboards. They shouldn't go. Politics shouldn't be conducted in this manner. So these guys, as you can see, they are not enemies of one another. If Buhari paid tribute to President Jonathan the other day for saying that he will leave if he's defeated, because that also brought down the tension in the country. So Buhari paid tribute to him for that. And for what our soldiers are doing, you know that the APC have already also praised the armed forces.
I think we need more of those hugs and banter. And let me quickly come to you on this. The military, there's been the takeover of several territories. Yesterday we showed the visuals of Nigerian military jubilating, actually dancing. A lot of people called and said they're quite excited with that move. And on that, the chief of army staff visited Baga community and gave what a lot of people said it's a booster to the military guys, promotion to all the military guys involved in the liberation of those communities. What's your take on this?
I think it's a step in the right direction. It goes to show that if well motivated and well equipped, our military, they remains one of the very best in the continent. And if you could recall, these same guys were, they have fought in different battles and wars. They were in Burma, Sudan, Sierra Leone, Liberia. They always, and Lebanon. And if as members of the ECOWAS peacekeeping force and UN peace force, you see, Buhari also lay credence to that today. That as if he's voted into power, he will lead by example by ensuring that they are well motivated. You see, now we don't have occasions where they will decide to take a tactical maneuver like we've had in the past. But then, one thing is very key, which I think we should all take notice of here. They are excelling now because they are receiving support from the Chadians, the Nigerians, and the Cameroonian gendarme. There's this 7,500 West African force that has been set up to actually flush out this Boko Haram insurgents. So it's a good thing that the Chief of Army Staff was able to go there and lift up their spirits by also announcing promotion for the gallant soldiers, which will also spur them to conquer or to take back more of our territories that has been taken over by Boko Haram.
Okay, and also in some news today, they said the president also paid a surprise visit to Adamawa, to some of the areas that were taken back by the military to kind of encourage the people. Now, we're just talking about on the military guys that are risking their lives for their country, defending their country and taking back these territories. Like he said also, we've not had the issue of where people, military guys run away from those guys. Now, how can we sustain this momentum?
I think foremost, I think one must acknowledge that it is very, very heartwarming to watch videos like what we watched yesterday about our own military, that they are really doing exploit up north. It's really, really heartwarming, and it gives one a sense of security right in your fatherland. And coming back to what you said, I think the best way for us to, like Jide has always said it on this program before, that it seems our soldiers, we are underpopulated. Maybe I should use that word, that we don't have enough soldiers as we should have in Nigeria. That is why after winning a territory, instead of them leaving some soldiers back there to take charge of that territory, while some other soldiers go elsewhere to continue the battle, all of them move from that territory and they go to the next territory. Before they come back, the insurgent will come back and reclaim those territories. So I don't know how we are going to go about that. Maybe getting more hands to join the military at this point in time, because we need to sustain this tempo over time. Terrorists all over the world, they have a way they fight. You may seem you're having an upper hand, and they go back to go and re-strategize and eat again when you least expected. So the people who are in authority should try as much as possible. I'm not a military person, so I think we should try to look for strategies where we can really remain at the territories that we have conquered.
Okay. Now I have Aliu from Niger State. Aliu, good evening.
Good evening to you. Today I call to congratulate you, because for all these days you have been making sense to what is going on in Nigeria, especially Jide, congratulations. If Mr. President is listening to E15, so many things will have changed by now. And I want to believe for all that has been happening in Nigeria, if today what is going on, what Mr. President is doing, he has been doing it since 2011, 2012. We won't be here by today. Yes. But at the same time, I want to congratulate the opposition, because the opposition have so made it that Mr. President is now understanding the realities of what is going on in Nigeria.
Yes.
And Oshomomo, from what you have been saying from the beginning about we in Niger State, about what is going on in the State Assembly, what I am going to say over there is that in Niger State, we still are in the politics of Stone Age. But I assure you, with this 2015 election, we are going to make it right. We will fix it. We will catch up with other Nigerians. God willing.
Okay. Thank you very much, Aliu, for your contribution. Now, Jide, just today also, we had this report in the news today. Amnesty International warning the Nigerian government that they should be careful not to violate the rights of the people. I'm saying this because we had a similar thing in Amnesty International, that the military have tendency of violating the rights of civilians, that they should tread with caution. We had similar campaign that came up in time past, and that kind of weakened the fight against the insurgents. And this is coming again when Nigerian military is beginning to take territories again.
I think the Amnesty International should just be ignored. They said this after when the Nigerian troops reclaimed Baga, the first time, and one of the reasons why the president dropped General Hejirika was because of the noise from the likes of Angu Abdullahi, threatening to take him to ICC, the noise from Amnesty International, a lot of them grossly exaggerated. Under Hejirika, we never lost a single territory to Boko Haram. In fact, the first time Boko Haram captured the territory was in July last year, when they captured Goza and quickly captured Dambua. Under that man, because he left in January, we didn't lose a single territory. They succeeded in blackmailing Hejirika. And you read all kinds of nonsense about him, that he's stolen so much money, he sold weapons to the same Boko Haram that he showed so much ruthlessness to us. So we don't need to listen to these people. We should just stay focused. There is no war that you fight that you don't have what we call collateral damage.
Okay,
America,
I'll come back to you. Let me just quickly take my caller from Oshun. Wale, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. It's Shalom. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, good evening, the panel in the house.
Good evening. Thanks.
Distracting you people. You are doing a great job.
Thank you, Ali.
Yeah, my contribution is just that it's just to Nigeria, because this problem we are seeing in Nigeria and what happened in Chatham House today is just the eyesore and a disgrace to the nation. So people should just go out, use their PVC and vote wisely.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much, Wale. Sorry, we'll continue.
Yes, I'm saying that Amnesty International or whoever should just be ignored at this time. I'm saying there's no war that you don't have collateral damage. America has been killing innocent people in Pakistan, in Afghanistan with its drones. Sometimes the drones will fire missiles at people celebrating in some villages, and they will say, oh, they thought that they were militants. How many times has Amnesty International harassed or condemned America the way it does to Nigeria? So Boko Haram does all it continues to do. You blame the government for not acting. Now the military is doing well, and you have timed your inglorious comment, you know, to the time that the military is doing well. What are the reports that they are getting? There are bombings and Bisa. Is that where civilians live? The civilians live in those camps with Boko Haram. And in any case, there are some civilians who have been enjoying the spoils of war, Boko Haram. When the military told them to leave because they are going to bombard those communities, they refused to leave. You know, because they thought the military will not succeed in pushing those people out. So if those civilians are caught in the crossfire, it's not anybody's business. So they should leave us alone. We desperately need to win this war. 13,000 people have been killed between 2009 and now. Okay, you know, so they should leave us alone and let us win the war.
Jide said, leave us alone, let's win the war. But it's like what is going to play out international, what I might say called international conspiracy against our military. If the pressure hits hard, do you think the government will be able to stand the pressure coming from the international community? Well,
it's the same international community that is saying that Nigeria should learn from the example of Mali, Ghana, Senegal, where we've had a peaceful transition from the ruling party to a victorious opposition. So if they want that to actually happen in Nigeria, then they should allow us to progress smoothly.
Just a final one from you.
I think it's a distraction. Amnesty International is condemning the military at this point in time is a distraction for the Nigerian government and the Nigerian military, precisely. Like Jide said, leave us alone. Let us win this battle. Then you can come back and continue whatever you want to say about Nigeria. Because really, there's no way we will not suffer any collateral damage in this kind of a war. Yes. So let us manage our thing ourselves. Then later you can. I think it's high time for the Nigerian government to also, they should start learning how to ignore this international community a little.
Sometimes it's not that you just pressure mounts and you can't bear.
I understand what you are saying, but it's not every time that they cough that you run after them.
Because America tied its refusal to sell weapons to this
same stuff, yeah.
That they will use some of those weapons to kill innocent civilians and all that. You know, it makes me sick when I hear this, because I know that in Iraq, so the same rule is not applied. Innocent civilians get killed with the best of American weapons. They supply America with
Israel too.
Yes, Israel continues to kill the Palestinians. Unprovoked killings. and you are not saying anything about it. Every time the attempts are made to sanction Israel, this same America will block it at the level of the
I think the good thing is that a lot of Nigerians have identified with the military in this latest onslaught on Boko Haram. I think it's a good booster to the government and also to the military.
The tempo should be sustained,
exactly.
so that we win the war at the end of the day.
Thank you so much, gentlemen, for coming on the show today. We do appreciate this. For my viewers, there's one aspect that we should have taken today, but we're going to consider it tomorrow. That is talking about the impeachment saga that is playing out in Niger State. And that is our program for today. Now, join us same time tomorrow as we examine other burning issues relating to the elections on E15. Now, my name is Eshomomo Imodu. Bye for now.